In a world with entirely too many shows about cars, this is another pointless automotive podcast.
Should we just go? Should we just grip it and rip it?
Let's definitely. I might rip it before I even get to grip it.
Wow. It's just, you're just going to blow in your jeans instantly at the thought of podcasting.
Oh yeah. Yeah.
Mhm.
Again. Miller time, baby.
It is.
Mm.
How are you, Chadwick?
Frank, I'm doing fantastic. How are you doing on this lovely evening?
I'm good. You're drinking Miller.
Mm-hmm.
I was going to, I like to buy automotive themed beers. I'm a sucker for it.
That's cool.
And
That's
so
very cool.
I bought one, but it's very cool. It's an Alvarado Street, which is
Mhm.
great. They make excellent car themed beers. And it's just called GNX, and it has like a GNX photo on it. It's very nice looking. It's cool.
Hell yeah.
It's a 10% triple IPA. And
Do you? I
gotta
can
be
hear
in the
your
right-
mouth. I can hear your mouth drying up as you
well, I
said.
just like, I feel like I need to be in the right state of mind for a triple
Okay.
IPA. And it's not today. I don't
No.
know. Maybe next week, maybe the week after. Maybe I'll save it for whenever we do actually have the after dark edition
Ooh.
of the podcast. I don't know. But yeah, it's 10% triple IPA, little spicy. So
Okay.
I'm drinking a Waterloo bubbly seltzer water.
This seltzery motherfucker.
Mhm.
I like it. I like it.
In other news,
Mm.
um, in other news,
See what you did there?
yeah. Should we? I feel like we've kind of done a little bit of this in the past. We're not always on like the bleeding edge of like automotive trends here on another pointless automotive podcast. That's not our lane. But occasionally, like some news is floating around the automotive world, and there is some news out there.
Mhm.
And so, what the hell? In lieu of actually coming up with a real topic, I think should we just talk about the news?
What's yeah, how's your news?
Oh boy, personally, oh man, Radwood
Yeah, that was
did
fun.
Radwood.
You said that was a good show. I've heard
yeah.
everything I've seen about that show was absolutely stunning. So
Yeah, no, it was good. But in less personal, more general automotive industry goings on.
what have you heard?
Um, no, not the bird is the word, but no, I've heard where to start. I don't know. Acura
Options. Oh.
TLX.
Oh.
I've heard they
Yeah.
killed it.
That's a
Yeah, I
damn
think so.
shame because like sedans are already absolutely more than endangered, right? What is the escalation on the threat level of a species? What's
Ooh.
above endangered? Isn't it like it's probably like critically
It's like
endangered?
critically, yeah. I know, like, boy, if this was like 1995, I would say
Mhm.
least concern
Right.
would be the
But-
threat level.
Yeah, sedan now
We're beyond threatened.
you fucked.
We're straight up endangered.
Yeah.
But yeah, like
Ugh.
it's just, which is wild because you think about Acura, right? Like modern Acura, like today Acura
Mm-hmm.
is SUV town, right? Which is really every manufacturer.
Everything. Yeah.
Except for Jaguar because they don't make anything. But
Oh.
they don't have a single SUV or anything that they make.
Right.
But like, yeah, that was kind of the bread and butter of Acura was the TL, the TLX,
Mm-hmm.
the Integra sedan, which I'm not sure, but I'm willing to bet if you in the 90s, the Integra sedan probably outsold the two door, right? Maybe? I don't know.
I don't know about that one.
I don't know either.
I don't know about that one.
I don't know.
But the thing is though that I always thought that modern TLX is a goddamn good looking car, man. Like it's big. The interior's really nice. Like Acura's interiors are like really cool now because the materials are like if you sat in a modern one like I've sat in an RDX and an MDX A spec like the two new ones and it's a brilliant blending of kind of that sporty, edgy Honda design with like good materials. Like they hold up well. And the TLX was just God, it's just a good looking sedan. Like if we were into sedans more, I think it would be a great selling car. but we're just not.
Like as
as
a people,
as
yes.
a living
As a
species.
race. I
Yeah.
don't know. But like it's interesting because I do think they look good.
Mhm.
I've never driven one, but
I've heard they're pretty
like,
good.
all modern cars are pretty good to drive. I mean, they all have probably the same stuff, like fairly numb e-pass steering,
Yeah.
probably slightly over dampened because sporty.
God, I think they make like 350 horsepower, I want to say, though. They make a
the
lot
Type
of
S,
yeah, and it's
turbo.
all-wheel drive, which is that's a pretty fast big car because they're
Big
pretty
car.
heavy.
Yeah,
I think
big.
they're like a 4,000-pound car. But
Sure,
I
which
think
is
it's a
average nowadays.
average now, yeah. But
Yeah.
I think they're really good. Like every time I see, especially a Type S A spec, with the appearance.
Well, that's the
package,
problem.
good
Like, how often
car.
do you see them? Not very. Yeah, they're
not too
littering
much.
the roadways.
Yeah. But
I'm curious. I want to see. I'm curious, like, how many. Let's just say 2024. How many they sold? Do you have a guess?
yeah, compared to like the RDX and MDX, it's got to be a small fraction.
Do you have a numeric guess?
12,000.
A little bit more than half of that. 74, 78 is what they sold. And they said that was part of why they discontinued it seems like, because they sold, I mean, back in 21 they sold 26,000 TLXs.
Okay, that seems more like the number I was chasing, but
they dropped off pretty significantly.
Yeah, the RDX and MDX designs have been pretty successful, so I'm assuming has a little bit to do with that.
Yeah, bummer. But it just sucks. It, like, I don't know. It seems like a competent product, but at the same time, I'm willing to bet that for everyone that wants a TLX, like, how many of those people just buy a Camry?
It's a shame.
Yeah, well, the Camry is going to be more grounded to the ground. So
Only
it's got that going for
that's
it.
only the SE, man. You can't be putting that. You can't be putting those attribution on like the base level Camry, man. You're killing me.
Fair.
They're all hybrids anyway, right?
But we're going to live in a world where Acura has one sedan in the Integra.
Just the Integra.
Yeah. It's a weird
And
place to be.
How long is that car going to claw on for,
Right? I mean, I don't know what those sales figures are, but I don't really see any.
Nothing. Got to be nothing compared to the SUVs. That's the damn shame.
Which is the ADX, the RDX, the MDX, and the ZDX, which is a rebadged Honda Prolapse,
which is a rebadged Chevy
Glazer EV.
Yeah,
which
Glazer.
Yes,
Donut Glazer.
Quit humping the Glazer. Yeah. Any other related news to shit getting canceled?
No, not that I know of. That's the only big one right now, I think.
Well, I did see, and I think this was probably a long time coming too, is Acura, or not Acura, Lexus is similarly axing the RC, and I think almost every IS. I think maybe they're keeping the base one, the IS 250.
Interesting. They're going to keep that
the 500,
the 500's gone.
350 is going away. Yeah.
Ooh.
The 500 is gone, which I just assumed at that point you just kill off the whole IS line.
Were they still? They weren't still running the 3.5 V6 in the IS 350, were they?
Ooh,
I thought they phased all of those out.
I couldn't tell you,
dude. That has to be one of the longest running motors in history. That's up there with 370Z Land, right? With the 3.7.
Sure.
It's gotta be.
You know what? 3.5 liter V6 in the 2025, 311 horsepower.
Yep. Talk about getting your mileage out of a motor, dude.
Yeah.
That 350 was in everything.
Yeah, because I think it's because God, what was that? What was the designation of that motor?
I'm not going to get it. I'm better with the V8s.
GRFSE, I think.
Final Fantasy 3, yep.
Mm-hmm. Yes. Yes. But yeah, so the IS is going away practically completely.
That's a little sad. The IS, man, if the IS 350 was ever offered with a manual, I think that would be something with some long-term desirability. Because I've always thought those were, because they were like 3 Series fighters, right? They were kind of positioned in the market
Sure.
to do so, right? Not an M3 clearly, but
Mhm.
like a 330i in the E46 generation for sure. But if they had dropped a nice 6-speed manual in that car, how sweet would one of those be to grab for like daily duty?
Yeah,
Kind of cool.
that'd be cool. Like the thing is, I always come back to like mentally is like that would be rad for folks like you and I.
Hmm.
But how often are folks like you and I going to a dealership and buying a brand new car?
Right.
Just never, right? So like, oh man, how come they never make one? Because we don't buy new cars. They make cars for people who buy new cars and not us who go like, God, I would kill for a 12-year-old IS 350 with a manual, which I would. That would be sick.
Yeah, but what's the take rate on like I guess comparable? You could be like a 330 or 335i with a manual. I think the automatic sold quite a few more. I mean, even
Yeah.
with a BMW badge, I think people still prefer the autos, but Lexus's hatred for the manual transmission, except for something we're going to talk about, which we did last time a little bit.
Maybe.
Spoiler alert. But I think, like now, like you said, yeah, of course, the take rate would have been so small, new. But today, I would totally grab one of those
Mhm.
bad boys because it's a freaking sweet car. Good motor, dead nuts
Yeah.
reliable, good enough power, north of 300,
Mhm.
rear wheel drive, 6-speed
Yeah.
manual. That would be a IS 300, IS 350 manual. That'd be cool.
It's
Cool as
funny to
shit.
think like, oh, like Lexus doesn't do manuals and they haven't for a long
Mhm.
time, couple of exceptions, but basically they don't do it. They're so like staid and like boring, but then
Sure.
like they're the only ones left doing like high revving and a big horsepower V8s.
Yeah.
So
Tape decks in their cars until like 2010.
yeah. But yeah, just an interesting thing. So pour one out for the IS as well. And
Yeah,
the
it's a
RC, but
yeah.
nobody really cares about the RC.
I'm super surprised the RC hung out that long.
Yeah.
Uh, they're
I
pretty
do see
good.
them though.
Yeah, like there's on my little walking route when I take a midday walk in the middle of the
Hmm.
workday.
Hmm.
There's an RC 350F Sport that's in that kind of champagne darker beige with a red interior. It's
Hmm.
pretty arresting looking car. I think they look cool. And RCFs look fucking bonkers cool. I think
Yeah.
they're I know.
I've never driven one.
I'm assuming I've driven an original. I drove both the ISFs, the '08 and the 11 when they revised it,
Mm-hmm.
and I've driven a GSF. Never
Mm.
driven an RCF, but I'm assuming it's a lot more like a GSF because it's more
Well, I
modern,
think
right?
those are pretty. I think mechanically those cars are pretty parts binny. Like it's got like IS front suspension and like GS rear suspension or something like that.
Makes sense.
Um, and yeah, but I feel like they always kind of got a bum rap. Either they were completely forgotten about, or people would just be like, "Well, it's not an IS, or it's not a GSF, or it's not a an RC."
Yeah, I think
So
that the handling and all the
or
reviews I
LC,
saw
I should
was
say.
the handling remarks were always like poor. Like the
Mm,
vehicle handled like horribly compared to like even like a GSF or whatever. I don't know
sure.
what it was with like maybe the telemetry or the dynamics of what they tweaked to make it,
Yeah.
slightly different, but apparently it was really really bad when it came out. So, I think they look cool though. I will say that. Pretty
Yeah,
cool
no, they
looking.
do look
Daring,
cool.
a
Like
very
they're
daring
built
car.
right.
Yeah. Oh yeah, of course. Yeah, they are cool.
Yeah, like it's just I don't know. And I do remember they made some like final edition like I don't know if it was like Nürburgring edition, but they made some final edition where they made like a few hundred and they were like outrageously expensive and they came with it was like a carbon fiber roof or a carbon fiber hood and a spoiler or something like that. And it was just like $100,000 for an RCF.
Carbon fiber roof, and it probably still weighed like north of 4K, but yeah.
Yeah, I love that. Like, oh yeah, we're doing all this carbon fiber, and then it still has like extra leather massaging seats
Yeah, a
and all that
1,200 pound
heated and
automatic,
cooled.
like 10-speed automatic transmission, right?
Mm-hmm. Yeah, yeah.
I've got
Boy.
some automotive color news, if you will.
Oh,
Paint colors. So
oh, that
I
okay.
like I one thing I do enjoy, and I am not like special paint TRD guy, but I do like how
Mm-hmm.
Toyota will often throw the TRDs a sweet like special color for them.
Yeah, I saw
And
like
I've
this brick red the other day, and I was like, "What is
oh
that? Like a
that's
non-metallic?"
That's a
brick
good one.
color.
I like that grayed out blue they had for a little bit. That's one of
Mm-hmm.
my favorites. They had a couple really good greens. But for 2026, they've got Wave Maker. And it's like a turquoise blue that just looks
Mm-hmm.
fucking good. I think it's on the Tundra and the Sequoia TRD editions or the TRD Pros, and
Okay.
it looks good, dude.
I thought it was going to
Those
be like flesh tone.
no.
An obese person doing a
Oh.
cannonball into a pool, thus making waves.
Slap the thigh and ride the wave in is what I always say.
Mm-hmm. Yeah,
Um,
effectively.
ever since I was like 7 years old, that was a saying,
Yeah.
I guess. Yeah,
Mm-hmm.
you got to start young, man. But no, it's a really cool color. It looks like a Porsche color, to tell you the truth, but it's cool. It's a cool, exciting color, wave maker. I get a kick out of these, man. I don't know what it is. Like a TRD Pro looks a little different. Like let's use like I think Forerunners are a good example. There's Forerunners all over the place, but when
Mm-hmm.
you see a TRD Pro in that unique color, they do stand out a lot, and I'm a big fan of it.
No, they are good. And I feel like they actually those runs that they've had some spots where they've started doing like they've almost led the charge on some of these like non-metallic colors, right? Like when they
Yep.
had that cement gray,
Right?
where suddenly it was like in vogue. You started seeing it on Nissan, started seeing it on some other stuff.
Didn't Audi started that son of a bitch movement, didn't they?
Sure, yeah.
Yeah.
In God, what's that called? What's that gray called?
We all know it.
Nardo gray.
Yep. They started that.
And it's funny. I'm like scrambling real quick to try and find. I think BMW just basically did the same thing where they said, "Hey, they're gonna reissue a bunch of colors that are
Yes.
options now."
Yeah,
So
you can get like you can get it painted like an E36 or an E46 color palette, which is kind of cool.
well, I think specifically, and I think I just found it here on like M3 base and M3 comps, you can get Techno Violet,
Love it.
Laguna Seca Blue, Imola Red, Dakar Yellow,
Ooh,
and
Imola Red.
Oxford Grun Metallic,
Mm,
which is pretty rad.
that's cool.
You could just like because those are pretty iconic colors, and like I just they have them in their repertoire, right?
Mhm.
Like you might as well make them an option. And to your point, with Toyota doing it with some of their stuff on their TRD Pro and TRD off road offerings, there's too many damn monochromatic cars, and
I was
we've
just
talked
gonna
about
say,
it before.
yeah, dude.
Like,
I mean,
give people options, man.
I'm with you, man. It's like, well, the driveway we got the pearl white Lexus CT, and we have a white XC90 Inscription by Volvo, and
See, you're part of the problem.
I'm part of the problem. But then again,
Boo.
the cars, my fun cars, my project cars, trackers are very bright red. The V50 is a blue. The Galant's Belize green. The ZR1 is red. It's like, so my fun cars bring the killer to the party. But yeah, I don't know, man. You're right. When you're driving, just take that time to scan around at the monochromatic badness that surrounds you. It's
Yeah.
true, dude. It's but I like to see this. I think Toyota doing the color splashes and now BMW bringing back some like historical colors. Does it depreciate your E46 Laguna Seca blue? No, it doesn't do that. But
It's what's interesting is, well, I mean, part of the problem is people don't order, like people don't know to like ordering a car at a dealership is a lost art. Both by and by that I mean dealerships don't want to do it. A lot of them don't let you do it. And then also people don't know to do it. Or they're just impatient and they go, "Oh, you know what? My wife's boyfriend wrecked my car and I just need a replacement." And the dealerships, they're going to have white, black, tan, maybe a dark blue.
true, yeah.
And that's it. So but you look at cars 50s, 60s, 70s, even the 80s.
Mm-hmm.
All right, I'm going to go to the dealership. I'm going to put in my order. They're going to call me in 4.5 months. My car's going to be coming in on on rail, and I'll pick it up. And you could just order whatever. Like, I want this color. I want this stereo system. No, I don't want a passenger side mirror. Like, just random shit that you can do in these cool specs.
Yep.
But nobody orders cars anymore. And so therefore we don't get colors because the dealership's not going to order a fucking purple M3 and hope that it sells, because they may have to sit on it for an extra 90 days and then they lose money. So
Yeah. Yeah.
order your cars, people. I think that's the fix. I think we just need to start ordering our own damn cars, and then colors will come.
I'm sure BMW wouldn't charge extra for these special colors. Let's be honest. Yeah,
$4,500, which actually doesn't sound insane.
Doesn't sound insane, he said.
That's like, I mean, that's like probably what, 6-7% of the value of the car. So like, it's not
fair. That's fair.
Yeah, it's not 10%. It's not 15%. So I don't know. It's just probably see that money back.
It's some lube tech fucking rattle canning it in the back of the dealership lot, you know?
Yeah, it's actually just a wrap. They don't tell you that.
Oh,
it's only available on leases, so you return it before you have an opportunity to find out it's a wrap. It's
horrible,
just, yeah.
dude.
Yeah,
that is a wrap. That topic. How about fast fucking Corvettes, dude?
Oh man, I feel like this is like not super fresh news. The newer Corvettes, but we haven't talked about it, and
yeah,
they're really crazy.
I mean, they just set some gnarly Nürburgring times, and that was like earlier this week, midweek.
The new ZR1 and the ZR1X.
Yeah, the ZR1 boasts a 1,000 Nintendo 64 horsepower, if I remember correctly. And then you have the new ZR1X. I don't know what we're doing with names nowadays, but I believe that one is, 1,200 horsepower or something to that effect? 1,250, which is
like 1,250.
What a gnarly. We're just living in fucking just this bizarro world where like you can just like, remember when Bugatti Veyrons had 1,000 horsepower and it took 16 cylinders and every 4 cylinders had its own turbo.
And $20,000 tires and
fucking wild, right? And the technology behind that. And now they're like, no, we do a lot more than that right now in a Corvette. So the times were really quick. What's funny is what did we say? I think I was looking at the times earlier and it was like a half second off the ZR1 was, or ZR1X from the ZR1. And God knows what the price
I've got it right here.
is.
So ZR, the regular quote unquote regular ZR1, did the Nordschleife.
That's the biggie.
6 minutes 50.6. Sorry, 6 minutes 50.763 seconds.
Yep, ZR1 regular flavor.
And the ZR1 X of the Z Exhibit Edition did it in roughly 1.5 seconds faster. So
for the price,
49.27.
Wonder what that price per mile or per second,
right? Yeah,
price per fraction of second. The ZR1's like gnarly. But yeah, the point of diminishing returns for sure. Like the ROI of adding additional horsepower above the 1,000 horsepower mark. Dude, I bet those cars are fucking just wild to drive around a track. It's got to be like fucking some serious next level stuff.
And imagine like the tuner community getting a hold of these things.
No, we're all gonna die.
And just be like, oh, we with a chip we found an extra 200 horsepower. It's like, okay,
easy, yeah, or just
cool.
a tune, and some like. I'm pretty sure these things are pretty tapped out. Well, hopefully, but they always leave a little bit on the table.
Yeah, because they have to like, not that somebody's gonna put 100,000 miles on these cars, but like somebody will, and so they want to make sure it's possibly gonna hold up. But golly, like how many of those ZR1Xs? How many think they're gonna sell?
They'll sell every one they make, 100%. Will they be driven? No. Those like 90% of them are going to get put away, for sure.
I think you're probably right.
Unfortunately, right?
But we're thinking it's going to be the ZR1X, probably low $200,000 range, which is a fuck ton of money.
Yeah,
for us mere mortals. But like compared to the new Lamborghini, BJ edition, the blowy Veloce special, we only make 49 of them, and they're in this color or this other color, and it's basically the same car that we made 2 years ago, but we put some different stickers on it and we gave it 25 extra horsepower. and we're going to sell them for $2 million a pop.
Yeah.
You compare this ZR1X to one of those, insert annoying edition here cars, right? Why wouldn't you just buy one of these for a tenth the price and just drive it to the end of the earth and back? Like
that's it. The Corvette's always been the value proposition, like performance car, right? From its heyday, especially the first ZR1.
I know.
It didn't give
you should get one of those.
I should get one of those running, is correct.
Yeah, that's true.
No, they always took shots at like the fastest cars, and they were like, look what we can do, and look at our price tag. And yeah, it's not cheap, but it's like you said, a mere fraction of what these cars do, and they don't fuck around, man. Of course, you put up with things like questionable interiors and things like that. Now the new one, I'm sure, is fine. I think I want to say like the C6 was probably the most positive step forward in Corvette interiors, but the C7 was really good. The C7 was like a massive leap. I still love the C7 interior. Like you sit in a fucking cockpit, and the materials for once don't feel like they're gonna fall apart at the first small break in pavement. But yeah,
they're a pussycat to drive. Just like a standard, not Z06 or ZR1, just your standard, maybe Z51 Corvette.
Yep.
With that 7-speed. They're easy as can be to drive. They're super approachable. They're put together well. All the controls are in the right. The ergonomics are pretty good on them.
Yeah, so I took a Z51 when the C7 launched at Laguna Seca, and I took it around the track, and I couldn't find the limits, not within my skill level anyway, and not within my skill level versus like a brand new Corvette. on a track that I have no experience driving a car like that. But it was so easy to push that car, and like you'd go across like the at the finish line there, right over before the blind crest, and it was just like, I can't believe I'm going that speed. And this isn't even the spicy version, dude. This is the vanilla flavor, and it was what a fucking sorted car. And I still like the C7 better than the C8, big time.
Yeah, I've never driven. Let's see. I've driven a C7. I've driven a C6. I've driven a C5. I've driven a C4. Driven a C2. Driven a C3. I've driven a C1, but like in a parking lot. Like
So yeah,
I haven't really driven a 1 or an 8, and so I need to. Back to back. Really get the Corvette experience.
Oh, God.
But yeah, I'd like some seat time in a C8. I think that'd be just, I don't know.
They're cool.
And they're cheap now. You get a base C8 for what, 50? Like low 50s?
I still think I get like a C7 Z06.
Ooh, versus a base.
Oh, fuck yeah. All day. 6-speed manual. Fucking
yeah.
Dude.
I suppose. I'd want to drive them.
What is it? 655 horsepower supercharged V8? Yeah, please.
Yeah.
All day.
Oh, it's definitely hairier.
Dude, and a Manuel? Come on. There's no questions to be asked here, man. I actually like the way the C7 looks, too. I think the C8's a little
I do, too. I think, C8
too much.
And I do think the street cred of a C7 Z06 is far better than the like cool guy points for just having a base C8, right?
Yeah.
Like, oh, cool, base C8. Which is silly because if it was just like, oh, it's actually, you just pulled the Corvette stuff off of it and called it a Toyota.
Right.
It'd be like the coolest thing ever built. It'd be incredible.
Yeah.
But because it's just a Corvette and, New Balances and this and that, like it pulls away from it. So
you were doing the Scooby Doo thing like people did to the Supra, and they're like, let's see who this really is. And they pull off the Toyota badge and there's a BMW badge.
Yeah, basically. Yeah. Which is a shame because they're really cool. You know what I hope is, and maybe we can segue this into another news topic. I would love for this, the ZR1 and the ZR1X with these huge horsepower numbers, 1064 and 1250, coupled with Mama Mopar effectively getting a new CEO.
Okay.
And then bringing back the Hemi. They're saying, oh, the Hemi's back, and they ran that semi ridiculous advertising push,
Mhm.
right after they launched their EV charger, and it's like, oops, turns out nobody wants this. I would love for all of this to parlay itself into them bringing the Viper back.
Oh.
This is not
Ooh.
news. This is me. This is wishful thinking on my part. But I would
I
love
like.
this to be the perfect storm of ZR1 is the big dog, just like Ram launched the TRX as a response to the Raptor,
Mhm.
very obviously based on the naming conventions. That the Viper also, they say, hey, you know what? We're going to do the EV thing.
Oh.
Stellantis, now we've got the new CEO. We're putting a new head of product for Dodge and for Ram, which should be the same company, but they're
Mhm.
not. And all of these Mopars. Now we're back. We're bringing it back. They already announced recently that they're bringing the Hellcat motor back.
Okay.
So why not? Why not make a new Viper? What are we
I'm into
doing?
it. I'm into that, dude. Are
That would be
we?
rad.
I mean, we did a pretty good job of covering some cool news, I think. Wasn't the worst thing
Wasn't the
ever.
worst. There's some other stuff floating around out there.
The worst.
Tariff talk, and no one gives a damn about
Yeah.
tariffs.
Fuck it.
We're not qualified to do the tariff talk. Big if true. I don't know. Ford's gonna do some EV launch, and they're hyping it up, but who knows?
Let's
We
get
also don't talk
quizzical.
about EVs, so we should
Fuck
just
it.
get quizzical.
Let's do it. I'm gonna pull up a not at all too spicy. This is probably 5 out of 10 after you fucking scorched me. I'm still walking funny after what you released on me last week. So
You got about as close as you can get.
Ugh.
About as close as you can get without getting it, because the AMC Spirit
GT
is
or whatever.
Spirit GT. Yes,
Yeah.
Spirit
No, I know.
GT is a lowered 2-wheel drive AMC Eagle SX4, but
Mhm.
whatever.
He is correct.
So I will explain what the hell we're going to do while you pull this thing up. And this is our print ad quiz game. In today's rousing episode, Chadwick here has found a print advertisement from the 80s, maybe the 90s, maybe as far as the mid 2000s. And he's going to read the type copy from it. He will redact out anything super identifying in there. And it will then be incumbent upon me within 3 guesses in 10 minutes to try and figure out what make, model, hope, potentially trim level, potentially right about the year of vehicle we are talking about in this ad. Please play along at home. It's a good time. At least we like to pretend it is. I'm mostly ready. I'm not wearing pants. Chadwick, what you got for me?
Yeah. Also not wearing pants. So good to hear, man. Our vehicle today. We have a 3/4 angle of the rear driver's side. Pretty cool. Two-page spread too. You deserve it, big guy.
Wow. Damn.
The biggest tagline on here: it costs less than cars that cost less. Mull it over.
Okay, we got some reliability factors in here. It sounds like
I hope so. I hope that's actually true. This is going to be a very challenging one to read, so bear with me. Again, this is the print ad quality of the century here.
Yeah, it's like 15 pixels by 9 pixels or something.
Yeah, absolutely. So I'm going to leave the price out for now.
Okay.
Our blank isn't the lowest priced car on the market, or is it? For openers, much of what others charge extra for is standard. So included options is their value proposition in this case. Say you want things like tinted glass and body side moldings. Why should you be different? $175 extra on some cars, standard on the blank.
Wow, the blank.
If you could get tint and side moldings for $175,
you take it.
That's pretty dope. Say you want other blank standards, like a 2-year, 24,000-mile warranty. That's not actually that great. You don't want that. Or a 6-year limited warranty against corrosion perforation.
God, those two bits. It's like, okay, we're talking like 1984 or some shit. All right, carry on.
That's how we do these things. Try to get the font to kind of focus in here. Like power front disc brakes, a 1.8 liter fuel injected engine, 4-wheel independent suspension. It's not a French car, and a 4-speed transmission.
Okay.
Talk about period in time.
Didn't say 4-speed auto or 4-speed manual.
Just said 4-speed transmission, my friend.
Okay.
open to interpretation. Bottom line, the blank is inexpensive to buy, practical to own, and a blast to drive.
Hmm.
In other words, a terrific example of blank, blank, blank. See your blank dealer for a test drive. After all, the blank costs less than cars that cost less. Just imagine how little it costs compared to cars that cost more. Frank,
Wow. There's a
let
lot
me
of
get a
cost,
let me get a
a lot of
timer
cost
going
drops in
while
there.
you figure out what the fuck I just talked about.
I don't know. But
Hmm.
okay. So a little to chew on, not a lot to chew on.
No,
Did
I
not get
don't.
door count,
No,
did not
none of that.
get didn't say anything about how many people this thing seats,
Did not.
fuel economy. Really all I have to go on is
Mm.
this has to be the first half of the 80s based on the warranty, based on
Four
uh
speed.
4 speed. Yeah, it didn't say automatic. I have to assume it's a 4 speed manual for now.
Mm-hmm.
1.8 liter. It said fuel injected, right? Did it say electronically fuel injected?
Let me zoom in on that if I can get that up to read. Nope, just it had the displacement 1.8
Right.
liter.
1.8 fuel injected.
Yep.
Um, okay. A lot of stuff, you know, it's not the cheapest in its segment, but it's selling its value proposition.
Mm-hmm.
Um,
Big time.
okay, in this era, assuming I've got the era correct, with a 1.8, this could be a Corolla. I don't think it would be a Honda product
Mm.
because if it was something like a Civic, first off, a lot of those Hondas, like the first gen Accords, had 5 speed manuals and 2 speed autos, which is kind of crazy.
Mm.
Corollas, like base level Corollas, still had a 4 speed with a 5 speed option. Same with a Tercel, but a Tercel was a 1.5,
Mm-hmm.
the 3A motor. Um, what else could it be? Could it be a Mazda? A lot of 2 liters from Mazda. I don't. They did have a 1.8. I don't remember, like in a 323. Was it the GTC or the GLC? Um, okay. Instead of just mumbling aimlessly here for a little bit, and this also could very well be a US manufacturer, but 1.8 is kind of tricky because you had 1.9 for all
I
the
thought
escort
I
shit.
thought for a second there you were having an automotive themed seizure when you were just naming
Uh,
various
uh,
engine codes and
right.
displacements. It was
Yes.
1.8.
Yeah, exactly. Definitely, definitely. So I think I'm just gonna shoot. I'm gonna shoot my shot. I'm gonna say this is a 1984 Toyota Corolla, just base.
Mm.
Not an SR5. The five means 5 speed, I believe.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm gonna say this is a 1984 Toyota Corolla. Final answer, Bob.
No.
Okay. Okay.
This might not. I can't say this in fair knowledge.
Mm-hmm.
I don't think this is as cheap as a Corolla.
Okay.
But that might not. It might be close. But we are not talking about a Toyota Corolla. How can I
Not
help
talking
you
about
out?
Toyota Corolla. Um, golly, I feel like asking if I have the country of origin right might be a little bit too spicy. Might be a little bit too much. I don't know.
That's a tough early one to give away, my friend.
Yeah, because the other competitors could be Volkswagen. Like this could be a Jetta. Could be a yeah. That'd be like an early fucking Jetta, like a Mark One. Um, that's really the only European.
Mm-hmm.
Well, Yeah, maybe a 318, but I don't think it'd be a 318. I don't think a 318 had a four. Well, did it have a four speed? Fuck. I don't think it did. It could it be a 320i, like an E21?
Hmm.
No.
The gears are working, guys.
The gears are grinding. That's what the gears are doing. The old brain gears. Um, Again, I don't think this is a Honda product. Potentially could it be a fucking Nissan? Um, I mean, it could. Man, I don't think it would be like a 200 SX because I don't think those had a four speed. I think those were a five speed. I don't think this is no Sentras were cheap as shit. It's not. It's not. It's. You know what? I'm gonna go. I'm gonna go jump to an entirely different. I'm not even like fight you on giving me a hint because I don't.
Ooh.
Unless you have something like locked and loaded for me.
How about it's and what was your guess again? The Toyota Corolla?
Toyota Corolla. Yeah.
Hmm. This car isn't from Japan.
Okay.
That's a biggie.
Okay.
I'm gonna go with it. I'm gonna give it to you.
I was kind of leaning away from Japan.
Mhm.
And so I was gonna get okay. I'm gonna say this is a let's say 1983 Volkswagen Jetta. Final answer, Bob. No.
This is not a Volkswagen Jetta
Niet.
from the year
Niet.
1983.
Okay. Am I again? Is this? Am I drawing an X through Europe?
You're correct in Europe.
Okay, so it is a European offer.
Yeah, it is. You were pretty damn hot with
Oof,
that guess.
okay.
Like hot, I'd say like a 9 out of 10 hotness.
Okay.
Right there, right in Spicy Town, USA.
Have we never done a fucking rabbit? Um,
1.8.
yeah, I'm gonna. You know what?
Speed, power front discs.
Yeah, I'm just gonna say it. Let's keep. God, am I keeping the same gen? Yeah, fuck it. Let's do a 1983 Volkswagen Rabbit.
You are now a 9 point. What did we say before? You went like 2 percentile points.
Should I have gone golfing?
Nope. You're actually a little earlier than where you should be. This is a cheap car for its period and pretty goddamn dated when it came out. I always thought these were kind of fun. This is a 1987 Volkswagen Fox.
Oh shit!
The Fox.
Yeah, those were super dated. Have we never done a Fox?
We've never done a Fox, bro. 2 doors, cheap as shit. 2
doors,
antiquated tech.
It's a rebadged Audi 100. Yeah.
Cool little car though. I always thought they were neat. I always thought it was.
I remember as a kid, and I swear to God, I thought we'd done a Fox before.
Never. Nope.
I would have.
It costs less than cars that cost less.
Sure. I remember there was an ad where there was like the shooting brake wagony Fox, and it like jumping over train tracks or some shit. Like I remember that vividly as a kid and being like, that car fucks.
The little coupe, which is I think nearly all of them. And they're pretty cool. It is a little more boxy than what Volkswagen was offering at the time. Using old technology, that 1.8 liter was an artifact. It had a 4-speed manual in like 90 something percent of them. I think 80 horsepower out of that 1.8. So yeah, $59.90 in 1987 could buy you a Volkswagen Fox.
What a deal. $59.90.
A lot of car.
Weird car. Very Audi. It's funny because I was thinking like, God, what Audi of this era would have been? No, we didn't get any like price budget Audis. Oh, we did. It was just not an Audi. It was a Volkswagen.
Yeah. These things, talk about a car you don't see anymore. It'd be kind of cool to have a clean Fox.
Yeah.
You know,
Yeah.
I just don't think these things exist anymore. These were
I've
dirt
never,
cheap cars.
I have to imagine they probably drive awful.
It's horrible.
I assume
You
they're
can tell
awful to drive.
the wheels are so inboard on the chassis. It just, you just know.
Well, it's like I've tinkered with one a little bit. I didn't get to drive it, but there was one that came through Car Donation
Mm.
years ago, and I was like messing with it and just like, tinkering with it, and I was just like, oh, this thing's kind of cool. But you pop the hood, and the engine is completely ahead of the front wheels, the entire thing.
Fair enough.
Again, Audi.
Yep.
And not even that, like the valve cover, like basically is up against the front tie bar.
Oh yeah.
The upper tie bar. And the radiator's off to the side. It's off to the driver's side. A little radiator just shoved over to the side because that's the only place there was room because the engine was so far forward in the engine bay. It's just a weird deal. So yeah, man, should have got the Fox. I forgot the Fox.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, good one though. You got close though. Like I said, you nailed it. Jetta was right ballpark, and then even tighter with the little rabby animal names. But yeah,
the fox chasing the rabbit. Yeah.
Yep, you were there, man. Good effort. I say we celebrate your effort with a little PCP, little Project Car Progress, and the narcotic, of course. How about you, Frank? Any progress on anything?
Boy, I mean, not really.
No,
Not really. I still have all the parts for the Focus. It's at my house. I got it washed. As far as I've gotten it.
Nice.
I'm going to be gearing up for Car Week, which is really going to be the week this probably airs. So we'll see. I intend to make questionable life choices during Car Week, and by that I mean I'm just going to be driving around in a Chevy Sprint Turbo, which is in and of itself a questionable life choice. So
better than one would think, though. Better than one would think.
You know what?
That's the walk away from that car.
Well, that's the thing. Like, yeah, walking away from the car and not dying in a parking lot accident.
But you think that though. You think that after you experience this car, after you experience a fucking Sprint Turbo, you do walk away. I felt the same way. I'm like, that car is way more capable than I ever gave it credit. I've always wanted to drive one, but after you experience it, I totally would say that. Well,
that's the thing. Every time I drive this car, I'm like, it's so goddamn charming. Because I took it to Radwood. I just drove it earlier today as well. And it's just, I always smile. Like it's just so light and just eager and giggly. It's good. So I'm not second guessing eventually selling it because I will eventually need to move it on because this is how my life functions.
Right. Same.
But God, like it would be a really cool, very low buck keeper.
Yeah. And to tweak it over time and kind of make it like even better.
If it somehow wasn't a constant reminder of my own mortality every time I drive it, like, because it's just so profoundly unsafe in a car.
Sure.
It's like a motorcycle plus.
It weighs the same as a motorcycle. Yeah.
Oh yeah. It's like a Honda Goldwing with the matching trailer. Like that's how much it weighs. So
yep.
Yeah. So that's not exactly progress, but it's something. How about you?
Nice. So I replaced I didn't. Got the windshield replaced on the Geo Tracker, which with these vehicles, guys, like sometimes replacing a windshield sounds fucking easy, but sometimes it's really not. So I called like 5 places who all said, what vehicle? And I said, maybe it's a Suzuki Sidekick in your catalog. I don't know. So they look it up. No, we've been out of those. No, we've been out of those. I got a hold of this smaller place that kind of had a couple warehouses, and they're like, oh, it looks like we have one. Oh, it's been there for 12 years. And I'm like, cool. And they're
I'll
like, yeah,
take it.
They said, let me send someone in there to check it to see if it's still like whole. Because what happens, because it takes up a lot of space, a windshield. And these places really, who's replacing Geo Tracker windshields in 2025? Not too many. I am. My Trooper was even harder. I think I bought the last one in the country, to tell you the truth, for a Trooper windshield. But this tracker is not easy. Just if you guys are looking at trackers, just be aware, depending on where you live in the country, it it might be hard to source one of those. And there isn't like a windshield network like where people are passing windshields along. They're pretty hard to transport. So
Yeah.
I get this one company, dude comes out, takes because the other glass was shit. It was towed behind an RV, which just gets rock caked, right?
Yep.
It was blasted. So I had to come out. Dude came, glass was cool. I'll tell you about the glass in a second. But he
Ooh.
puts the glass in. He's like, I don't have the right trim because it's the kind of trim that gets destroyed when you pull it out. And I'm like, well, that kind of sucks, buddy. Like, I don't think that. I think that's unobtainium. And he's like, no, we got to trim because there's always trim with the associated with the windshield. He's like, I got to go find it, because it's been there for 12 years.
Yeah.
He found it and came back like the next day and finished it. Dude, I got to show you this glass. It's got a greenish hue to it. It's like
Fabulous.
period correct with the built-in, tint line at the top. That's also darker green.
Rad.
Fucking looks so cool on the truck. Like, with that bright red paint and the graphics and the greenish windshield.
Love it.
It's just so period good. And it came out. Dude, I always forget. Because you get like a 90s windshield, it's always pitted, especially from being behind a RV, not to mention the giant crack across it with the giant boulder holes. But when you get a clean windshield, it's just a brand new windshield. It's a game changer, man. Especially a greenhouse kind of windshield like that truck has, like a very upright, big outward looking glass. Big difference to the aesthetics of the vehicle.
Big difference. I'm going to ignore the fact that you just said period good.
Period good,
we're just going to let that slide. But yeah, no, it does. As you said, it's like that. Those cars have a good greenhouse, especially with the soft top off and everything, and having nice clean glass is a wonderful thing.
Yeah, hell yeah. It's a no-brainer when it's like shattered like that. So that's huge. It was more about the coordination is where the effort was for that one.
Sure.
A little pricier than a normal windshield, but hey, dude, beggars can't be choosers when inventories are getting this low. I don't think that anyone's actively making tracker windshields right now, too. So that's something to be aware of, But
what did it run you?
Like 400.
Okay. Yeah.
And they came to me and installed it in the garage. So
that's like
and
the
that
opposite of that.
Trim.
Right. Yeah. Like the opposite problem of that is because I need to do a windshield on the Focus SVT, and I was quoted like $220 installed.
That makes sense
because it's like the most common shit kicker windshield replacement car. Like,
yeah,
produced.
dude was super cool though because it's a glue-on rearview mirror. He took it off and reinstalled it perfectly. Had the right glue and everything. So that was kind of nice. Some of the modern cars, it's real easy. It just kind of attaches with a little thing, and it's not necessarily gluing and holding it there and hoping for the best. So so wasn't a lot on my part, but yeah, big game changer. So progress with the tracker.
Progress is progress.
Tracker watch. But yeah, let's shut this bad boy down, dude.
Let's do it. Thank you. Thank y'all's, the dear listener, for progressing with us. So continue to do so, right? Follow us here. Follow our effectively abandoned Instagram account. That's at APA Podcast on the gram. Tell everyone because you hate them and you want to torture them with our voices. If you want to follow me, you shouldn't, but if you want to, I'm the Photographer's Garage on all of the things. How about you, Sir Chadwick?
Who, me? On the YouTube's Auto Obscure Garage. Follow me for all your, I don't even know what I do anymore. Rescues, restorations, and reviews. It's all about the tracker, baby. So next thing coming up will probably be engine mounts. So stay tuned for that. I've got some more work to do in there. Dude, just a reminder too, I do have the brake video coming out soon. Drum brakes suck. I don't care who you are. Drum brakes suck to do, bro. Like
you don't like wiggling the drum brake off after like spinning the adjuster a bunch of times and then inhaling like pounds of asbestos brake liner off of old cars.
What's cool is this one doesn't have an adjuster. It's got a self-adjusting system.
Sure.
So it's wonderful. My favorite thing is like every time I do drum brakes every 10 years, I get a car with drum brakes. I'm like, dude, I need to just buy a spring tool. Just get the fuck over it. Buy the spring tool.
Instead of sitting there like shaking desperately trying to get the freaking needle noses to get
waiting to fucking launch a spring through my fucking eye socket. Yeah, dude, every time.
100%.
But yeah, good times. But that's coming up. But yeah, guys, thanks a lot. Watch us on YouTube too. We put every episode on there. We love you. Be safe, have fun, and we'll catch you on the next one.